Welcome into our weekly gambling show, episode 374 of What's Right, We Think Right. This episode is brought to you, as always, by our friends at Boost Mobile. Also, we usually bring you straight to voicemail, brought to you by Boost Mobile. We don't do that on the Friday gambling shows. Maybe we should start doing that. Our friends at Boost Mobile deserve all the love they can get. Reminder to you guys, like, rate, subscribe, review to the pod. That's how you get these immediately as they come out. And reminder, all our lines are courtesy of Hard Rock Bet. All right, Damonza, I've been scuttling along through September. Now, on Thursday's show, I discussed how the whole league, September is kind of like in extended preseason at this point. Maybe that was me coping with that for me in the picks. September's been a bit of an extended preseason. It hasn't been for you with the teasers. Last week, another 2-3 week, which drops us to 2 games under 500 for the year, 9-11 on the week. We can go through those picks real quick before we get to what we're liking for this week. I had the Minnesota-Pittsburgh game all wrong. I just thought Minnesota's defense was going to shut down Rodgers. Instead, he got the ball out immediately and, was 18 of 22, was crisp. I know it came down to the end. It shouldn't have. Pittsburgh kind of butchered the end of that game, but they obviously still won. I had Minnesota laying 2.5. Cleveland at Detroit was a bad pick. I thought the Cleveland defense would be able to hold up long enough, but Flacco's just been so bad and can't stop, just can't have any extended drives. So Detroit wins easily. Jacksonville +3 at San Francisco was, they were basically covering the entire game. I said they could win outright. They did win outright. Kansas City +2.5 against Baltimore. A vintage, never a doubter. They are leading basically the entirety of from the midway point of the first quarter until the end of the game. And then Cincinnati +7.5 at Denver was brutal. I thought Cincinnati was going to have some pulse, but they did not, and they seemed defeated by the loss of Burrow. Go ahead, pal.
Are we thinking about putting them on the no-bet list? Because, they just screwed you over this week, and I put them in a teaser, and you could have doubled the teaser a couple weeks ago, and it still wouldn't have hit. So you know what? We have to see how the market has reacted to how bad they've been. Because sometimes a team plays its way seemingly on the no-bet list, but they're so bad that they then get so many points. But I know this is one of those instances, and they just get annihilated. However, despite going 2-3, I did win the most important bet of the week last week. It was against you. Here's how it sounded. The one big meal kitchen cleanup responsibilities are yours and yours. There's not going to be any. You're the one that tells your mom, I lost a bet. I have to do this. He's not allowed to. I'll take it. Thanksgiving's rough, but I'll weather that.
Thanksgiving's rough. That's why I added that shark card because Okay. All right. We have a bet.
Let's do it.
All right. Can't wait. It's a tough one for you, pal.
Yeah.
The Ravens let you down.
I don't know, man. I was thinking that maybe I was going to have Thanksgiving at my apartment this year.
Wow. Wow, this guy is going to skip what a Photoshop. Great job. Great job by our producers.
Wait,
I love
when
that.
have I ever even made that face? And it been captured? What's going on?
No way to tell. I don't know. Maybe that's AI.
This is on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, sometime. It's coming. All right, today's show is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Hard Rock Bet. If you love betting on sports, you just love sports, want to try betting, Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app makes it simple. Plus, packed with great insights, nonstop promos every day of the week. I'm already looking ahead to Sunday night and using the Hard Rock Bet Stats Hub right there in the app. Here's what the app's showing me. Kansas City. We know they're back. They look great against Baltimore. They got Jacksonville this Monday night. They beat the Jags 8 times in a row, going all the way back to 2009. KC's Chiefs Kareem Hunt has scored in 6 straight October games. It is now October. And Xavier Worthy and the Chiefs offense looked great once Xavier came back from injury, and he has scored a touchdown last 5 times the Chiefs were favored and coming off a win. If you still haven't tried
your first bet on Hard Rock Bet, there's time for you to get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Just place a $5 bet, and if it hits, you get not only your winnings, but also an extra $150 in bonus bets. Plus, tonight on Hard Rock Bet, you can get a Thursday night profit boost for the same game. That's actually was for this past Thursday, but you guys are probably listening to this on Friday. So if you already missed Thursday night, don't worry about that. Those profit boosts exist on a lot of the games, including Monday Night Football with the Chiefs, where you can boost your same game parlay or same game parlay max, so your bet pays extra. New promos every day. So if you're listening to this later, just open the app and check out what they've got any day of the week. Download the Hard Rock Bet app today. Take a look around and make your first deposit. All right, Damonza, let's quickly go through the games. Keep in mind, Falcons, Bears, Packers, Steelers on a bye. And so 4 teams missing. So the first week of buys is right now. Games we're not getting to.
We're not getting to Thursday night, obviously. Rams, but London game, Minnesota versus Cleveland. Cleveland is underdogs by 4 points. We're staying away from that.
Yeah, in theory, I like the Minnesota defense against a rookie quarterback in his first start. But I thought Minnesota was so disappointing last week in Dublin that I'm not laying points with them, so that's a stay away. Next.
Miami at Carolina. Carolina 1 point dogs.
I stared at this one for a long time thinking about Miami.
Yeah.
But Miami without without Tyreek, and with how decidedly mediocre they've been.
A little spark
I
there.
like Waddle, but I just wonder if Waddle starts getting doubled because Tyreek's not out there. I don't know. This was a stay away. I also don't want to have any reason to watch this game. So I didn't, that the tie went to, it's not watchable. So I stayed away from it.
That's fair. You got the Giants at New Orleans. New Orleans -2.
This felt like a trap. Like, I don't know of anyone in the world that is going to be like, hey, guess what I feel great about this weekend? Laying points with the New Orleans Saints. And so it just feels like they are begging you to take the Giants. So now maybe that means I should just take the Saints, but I can't lay points with Spencer Rattler, but it feels like such a trap that I'm just staying away from it. Like, it seems like it should be Giants -1.5, and it's New Orleans -2. It's weird. Next.
Tampa Bay at Seattle. Seattle's 3.5 point favorites.
I had this in my picks, Tampa +3.5, and I took it out at the last second. I leaned Tampa in this game, obviously, but because of they all of a sudden now Bucky Irving is injured as well. Yeah. And the going from Tampa all the way to Seattle scared me a bit. So I leaned Tampa. I was going to include them. I took them out last second. So that's why I'm not doing it. Next.
Tennessee at Arizona. Arizona's 7.5 point favorites.
I will never lay more than a touchdown with Kyler Murray, but I swore on TV, I swore on my children, believe it or not, that I would not pick Tennessee no matter how many points they were getting until Brian Callahan was gone. So this could be Tennessee plus 75, and I'm not allowed to pick them because your guys' lives depend on it. So that's a stay away. Next.
Thanks, Pops. We got Washington at the Chargers. Chargers 2.5 point favorites.
I lean Washington, but until I see Jaden play in a game post-injury, they're just a stay away. But I do lean Washington, but I just want to see the quarterback play. Next.
Detroit at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's 10-point dogs.
I mean, so many points at home, but it's like you said, like, we're just staying away from the Bengals for now.
Yeah.
And in this last one, I think it's probably surprised you that I'm staying away, but go ahead.
Yeah, it does. You got Kansas City at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's 3.5 point dogs.
Yeah, I just see a lot of scenarios where KC is in control of this game, but wins by 3. And I'm not betting against it. People ask me, do you bet on the Chiefs every weekend? And the answer to that's no. I don't bet on the Chiefs every weekend, but I never bet against them. But at 2.5, I'd like Kansas City. At 3.5, I like Jacksonville. So I'm just staying away. All right, next, let's go to our actual picks, pal.
You've got Baltimore plus 1.5 versus Houston.
Yeah. I think Baltimore's going to win. And I think there is added value here because 10 days ago, this game was Baltimore minus 9.5. Right after Chiefs-Ravens ended, it was Baltimore minus 7.5. Monday morning, it was Baltimore minus 6.5. Then the Lamar news comes out, and the line moves 8 full points to Houston minus 1.5. I think there is a chance Lamar plays. If Lamar plays, this game will kick off at Baltimore minus 6 if he plays. Even if he doesn't play, I think that running Derrick Henry 30 plus times could be an effective strategy. I don't trust Houston at all. And I think people didn't watch Texans-Titans and therefore see the 26-0 final. I'm like, oh, the Texans got rolling again. No, they did not. They had a good fourth quarter. They could have, that was 6-0 late in that game. So I like Baltimore. I obviously love Baltimore if Lamar plays. Even if he doesn't play, I think Baltimore plus 1.5 is the right side. Next.
Dallas minus 2.5 at the Jets.
Yeah. The Justin Fields, you've seen this, has started 25 career games where his defense allowed more than 20, and he's 0-25. Every single one of Justin Fields' career wins, his defense allowed 20 or less. And I think Dallas can score on anybody. The Jets' defense is allowing 30 a game. I think Dallas can score. I'll lay the 2.5. Yeah, I'll lay the 2.5 with Dallas. It's basically, again, it's not just win, because we see a lot of 1 and 2 point victories these days, but Aubrey being, nails, Dak playing the best of his life, the Cowboys' bad pass defense. I don't know that the Jets can take advantage of it. I'll take Dallas minus 2.5.
Jets being the Jets.
Yeah.
Philly minus 3. Philly minus 3.5 against Denver.
Yeah, listen. I did not know this. Denver hasn't beaten Philly since John Elway was their quarterback. That's hilarious. It's been 30 years, but they also only play once every 4 years, so it's not that big of a deal. But Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos have not shown me they can beat good teams. For 2 years, they play well against bad teams. They play poorly against good teams. They are what Bill Simmons would call the good bad team. They have a great defense, but the hook scares me a bit, but this feels like a Philly 6-point win. I just don't think that until I see Denver do it against a team that we believe to be a playoff team anytime in the last 2 years, they haven't. I'm going to roll against them, and Philly being at home and only being favored by 3.5 feels a little disrespectful. It's a little too respectful to Denver and a little disrespectful to Philly. So I'll take Philly despite all the noise around them minus the 3.5. Next.
Vegas plus 6.5 at Indy. That's a lot of points.
Last chance saloon here for my Raiders.
Yeah.
And they need a win to stay viable in the could they sneak into the playoffs conversation. They need to stay close to stay viable in the why aren't they one of the worst teams in football?
Yeah.
They beat the Patriots. Since then, they've looked bad. Now, I did like how Genty played last week, and I just gotta think that Geno is going to stop turning the ball over 2 or 3 times a game. Like, Geno's better than he has looked. The Colts also, listen, the Colts have looked awesome. I'm still not a full-fledged believer, and so I'm getting 6.5. I think the Raiders could surprise them. The Colts have not had a good run defense, and I think Genty could eat again now that he's back to his Michael Myers stance. I'll take the Raiders plus 6.5 at Indy.
You got New England plus 7.5 at Buffalo.
Listen, Buffalo has played some of the worst teams in the league post-Baltimore. I know Baltimore's got a better record. They're not one of the worst teams in the league. They have played the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Saints. That Dolphins game was close late. The Saints game was a 2-point game in the fourth quarter. The Patriots have been able to move the ball this year when they're not turning it over. I'm getting more than a touchdown when it's the best in the division versus the second best in the division. And I think that you can run on the Bills a bit. I don't really trust the Bills defense. I don't expect New England to win, but do I think 31-24, 30-27, do it like backdoor cover? I just like New England getting 7.5 at Buffalo. Divisional matchup, huge spot for Vrabel and Drake May. I just like it. So my 5 picks are, we're going with 3 dogs, 2 favorites. Baltimore getting 1.5 at home against Houston. Dallas laying 2.5 at the Meadowlands against the Jets. Philly laying 3.5 at home against Denver. And then 2 road dogs. Las Vegas getting 6.5 at Indy, and New England getting 7.5 at Buffalo. Before we get to another one of Damonza's winning teasers. So, you thinking about upgrading to the all-new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever, but you're also thinking about all the traffic on your way to the store or the hassle of transferring your data? Good news, when you order a new phone online with Boost Mobile, they'll send an expert to your home or work to deliver your brand new iPhone 17 Pro and get you all set up on Boost Mobile within minutes. No hassle. Visit boostmobile.com to get started. Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com. All right, Damonza, tell the audience about your winning teaser last week, and then let's see what you got this week.
The 3-team 8-point teaser at plus 100. We had the Chiefs to plus 10.5. That hit.
Never a doubt.
Plus 10.5. There were some doubts there.
Never a doubt.
And then we had Green Bay to plus 1.5. And yeah, those last
a lot of doubt.
Yeah.
But hey, vindication on the never tease through zero. The reason you don't, I don't know if people have ever understood why. The reason you don't tease through zero is because
on the way through there, right?
Well, yeah, and because the idea is being able to win at zero only happens like you are buying. You got to look at teasers as you are buying each point. Okay, so it was Green Bay minus 6.5. Yep. So when you tease them to plus 1.5, what you are doing is you are buying, I now win if Green Bay wins by 6. I win if Green Bay wins by 5. I win if Green Bay wins by 4. I win if Green Bay wins by 3. I win if Green Bay wins by 2. I win if Green Bay wins by 1. Those are 6 points you've bought. And then it's like, but you don't tease through zero because one of the points you win on is a tie. And there's no ties. I now win if it's a tie. There was a tie.
I was about to say.
Through zero is what saved you. My 6-point teaser of Green Bay down to minus 0.5 would have lost.
Yeah.
And your 8-pointer.
Well, that's a push, right?
What do you mean?
No push. You said Green Bay plus 0.5 point. Plus half
no.
point.
Green Bay plus 0.5 would have been a winner. Green Bay minus 0.5 is what it would have been, was a loser. Because they tied. And so you're teasing through. You teased through zero in a game that ended in a tie. It's unbelievable. It's perfect. So that's another winner. I gave you an A-. All right, you're 3-1 on the year. Next.
So 3-team 8-point teaser this year. There's going to be a lot of 3-team 8-point teasers, guys. At plus 100, we got Miami to plus 7. And then we are teasing New England up to plus 16, and we are going through the zero like we did on Miami. With Kansas City as well, it's a plus 4.5. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty strongly about that. I had some other stuff in there before, but this is what we're doing. I mean,
listen, I'm
Dolphins are
9-11
playing the Panthers. Darren Waller connections
beat a team
hitting.
30-0 this year.
Hey,
Just
dude.
keep that in mind. All right, listen.
The Falcons rookie
9-11.
quarterback.
I'm 9-11 this year, and you're 3-1. So far be it for me. But I have to give this a C-.
My first bad grade.
Your first bad grade. Miami scares me. You're getting almost no key numbers with New England. I mean, I guess you're getting 10 and 14. And the Chiefs, you're teasing through the 0. Listen, I'm rooting for it.
You're saying I'm getting no key numbers with New England. You're like 10 and 14. You took them at
you
plus
get those
7.5.
2 key numbers, but I just don't. I'm just being honest.
All right, bad. He says bad teaser. I told Victor, I'm going to be mocking you guys on Tuesday. But yes, I strayed away.
That's fine. I'm not killing you for it. And what do I know? All right, let's get to the offer for this week because the offer is red hot.
So we're gonna capitalize on the good vibes in New York. So parlay.
Wait.
Oh,
wait. We got to talk about last week.
Yeah, last week's offer. We had the Kelsey plus 4.5, 4 receptions, and Parsons over to basically get a sack at plus 146 or a half sack. Sorry.
And Parsons got his sack
at the end of the
the waning moments of overtime, and it was a borderline because it was if
he kind of got to the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage is a sack. 0 yards is a sack. But if they had said he had gone 6 inches past the line, it wouldn't have been. So we hit our offer again. All right, next.
Shout out to Micah. Parlay Cam Scatterboo touchdown and Jackson Dart over 24.5 rushing yards at plus 150. Scatterboo has scored in 2 of 4 weeks. Dart ran 10 times for 54 yards last week. But yeah, so you taking that?
That's a great offer. We're taking
it.
Scatterboo TD, Dart running around.
That guy's insane.
Great job, guys. Great job. What a way to finish it. What a way to celebrate my birthday.
Let's go.
Good job. Great offer, guys. All right. Like, rate, subscribe, review, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the show, watching the show. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to Volume, Hard Rock, Boost, and of course our friends at Zen. Thank you to Volume, and thank you to Blue Duck. Great job, Damonza. Great job, everybody. I got to run. Good luck this weekend, everyone. See you guys. What's right?